For you, I want a tasty cake.
Easy.
But I don't want any gluten in it.
So?
I don't want any sugar
No
in
way.
it. And I don't want any fat in it.
Never. No fat or no animal fat? Specify. No butter.
Butter. No butter in it.
I don't even have butter in my house.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
But can it taste good?
He who doubts doesn't get a taste of the cheesecake.
So you're kicking off. You're kicking off on the healthy cake. Is there such
There's a little bit of pressure. Okay, I'm going to make the base first because it's going to go into the oven and cook for a little while, and then I'll make the filling.
Oh, the filling.
Hazelnuts instead of flour. So you can use walnuts, you can use almonds. I choose to use hazelnuts, very high in vitamin E. So, you could toast them first too if you were so inclined. Which would give it an altogether different...
There is a pulse button there if you want to use it.
You just know everything, don't you, smarty pants?
It says pulse, that's the only reason. Anyway, carry on.
Go, an old-fashioned girl, look. Okay, first of all, I'm going to put some rice flour in. 1 cup, 1 cup of hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts.
Oh, about a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. And about a teaspoon of ginger powder. Okay, and I'm going to give that a little bit of a whiz.
Pulse. Oof.
And then I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of safflower oil.
So can I ask a question? This base, is it going to be like a crumb base, a biscuit base?
Just like a cheesecake base.
Oh, it's a cheesecake base.
I'm making a cheesecake.
Ah.
I'm making a chocolate cheesecake. Oil.
Beautiful.
Maple syrup or agave. Keeps your blood sugar even and it's very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Say you're standing there looking pretty, could you grease that for me?
What do you grease with oil?
You could grease it with maybe a bit of safflower oil that I put in there, so just give it a bit of... You don't want anything with a strong taste. Watch and learn.
I'm watching and I'm learning. I like this little idea. Tastes nice. Looks a bit sticky. I think you need wet hands.
Yeah, just doing that now. And I've washed mine.
Because if something's oily sometimes, you need wet hands. That's it. Brilliant. Look at that. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
This and you pushing it up the sides a little bit?
Or
are you just
going to... Yeah, no, I want it up the sides for sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to pop this into an oven in about 160 for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, popping it into the oven.
Bye-bye, biscuit base. Okay, onto the... rich chocolate cake with stuff in it, including butter. Right, do me a favour, just pop this. This goes on to boiling water over there until it has melted. Could you just do me a favour? Can you pop egg whites in there and egg yolks in there for me? That's fabulous. Because what we're going to do is we're going to whip up the whites into a quite a peaky consistency with plenty of sugar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold that into the chocolate butter and egg yolk mixture. All right, and that just gives us a really basic cake batter, which you can fold almonds into, or in this case, a bit of flour and a bit of baking powder, because I want a nice rise out of it. I want a spongy consistency. Put 1/3 of the sugar, well, not quite 1/3, just a good sprinkle to start off with. Put it on high, and let's whisk away until it gets nice and peaky. Oops. Then you just put it on a bit of a slow speed, and you just put the rest of the sugar in, rain it in, like that, and then turn it back on. And what you're looking for now is really stiff peaks, because what we're going to do is we're going to melt that butter now in the chocolate.
You don't want to chop it up or anything?
Oh, it's quite soft, so I reckon if you just stick it in, it'll just start to dissolve. And then we're going to have the dry ingredients. Flour and cocoa powder sifted together.
Normal white flour?
Yep, and then baking powder, right, about a teaspoon.
Cocoa powder.
And cocoa powder, and that gets sifted together. You can use self-raising. Obviously, self-raising is basically, or is, plain flour with a set amount of raising agent, which is baking powder, in it. So now we're going to mix the egg yolks with the chocolate, all right?
So you don't need to beat those first?
No.
You just pour them in just like that?
Yeah, straight in. And then they just get stirred around.
Do you remember Augustus Gloop in Willy Wonka? Save some room for later, Augustus.
Right. Now, oh yes, keep tidy, Gary. Next job is to combine these 3 ingredients in that bowl, okay? So In goes the chocky. And then in goes the flour ingredients, okay? See that? Ooh. Gary's excited.
My
Gary's
God,
excited.
that's good.
That's our basic chocolate cake mixture.
Yum.
That's going to go into a tin. Very important.
I'm glad we're even now if you do that. He's just so happy with his own food.
No. You know, oh, see, I know it's going to taste great when it's cooked.
It doesn't take much to make him happy.
Oh, you know what we
It doesn't
forgot?
take much to make him angry either.
What we forgot? Coffee. Half for the pot. You made a big coffee. And half for me. So in she goes into a greased tin, and then that is going to go into the oven at about 180 degrees for about 20 minutes until it's firm to the touch when you press it. It should have a slight resistance or spring.
Okay, dark chocolate, I have 450 grams in a double boiler and I'm going to melt it. This is silken tofu. This is a soft custardy type that you use instead of eggs. Like you knew that.
No, I love this.
Ah.
I love this. And well, you used this in an orange cake last time.
I did in the last series. Can you
Yes, yeah, I
drain the
remember
extra
that.
water
Okay.
off there for me?
But I
it's
actually
very
like
soft.
this just steamed and served as a savoury.
So do I. And in Asia, it's everywhere. They make it and you just eat it like that. And it's much nicer than getting it fresh. But this is perfect for cakes. Thank you. Okay, on.
Tastes like
Here's
soy
me
milk.
with my gadget issues now.
Normally just press the button, first of all, that says on, right? Now it's on. Press something that you'd like the whisk.
I do
Amazing. Amazing. If in doubt, press all the buttons at once
dear.
and see what happens.
Some people think I'm smart, you know, except you. Okay, our chocolate is melting away in here nicely. And in there, I'm going to remember to put my coffee in. I can't believe we're doing really similar cake. Would you like to? Go on.
Yeah,
Go on.
love to. So it goes in now, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla essence in. Give it a little stir. And all you do is blend in the tofu.
Oh, you put it actually into
Well,
the
I'm not
thing.
going to put it in there because I think it might
Thicken up. Let me give that a stir.
go on. I'd love you to.
So do you want me to mix the tofu in slowly, or do you...
Yeah,
how does that happen?
That's what I think. Ooh, ooh. Gaz?
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
You're going to steal that one and put that one in your recipe
Absolutely,
books?
it's my recipe. Did you enjoy my recipe with the hazelnuts and the safflower oil?
Safflower. Did you like my heavy couture, creamy, sugary thing?
Right.
All right, so let's put this in there.
Tip it in. You know there's always a risk, you see, of overheating chocolate. You've got to be careful.
I
but
know.
It's okay. No, look, it's all good. Look at that. Look, it's all good.
Will it set?
Will it set, or does it need to bake?
I'm going to put it in the oven. Okay. But you can also put it in the fridge overnight, and that will set it as well. Because we just want the tofu to go back to where it was before.
Which is a sort of a custody state.
Yeah. All right. So get him in. Do you want to taste that?
Yeah.
I can't believe you're not. I'm glad you're not using your finger. You know I'd kick your butt.
I would never use my finger to taste anything. I just do
I
it to
can't
annoy you.
believe
You know
just
that,
did
don't you?
that.
Oh, yeah, that tastes great.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, get all the chocolate out.
Mate, that is... Wow. You don't need any sugar in there at all, do you?
Gosh, if that's coming from you,
That is so rich.
it's
No,
got
it's
to be
rich, it's
sweet.
sweet. And it's really silky smooth, and it's that tofu that's done it, isn't it? So...
Tofu.
Tofu?
Tofu. So that luscious tart is going into the oven.
Luscious tart.
Is there any type of tart you don't like?
Not really.
For 160 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes.
So how do you know it's cooked?
Well, you don't know when it's cooked, you just have to trust the tart.
Okay. No one can resist a good chocolate cake. I can't. A soft, gooey chocolate fondant, chocolate sorbet. Oh, I love the stuff. Just remember this, buy good quality chocolate. Fossick around in those specialty stores. You can't always rely on the supermarket. They tend to stock the same brands. You can buy fine Swiss chocolate, fine French chocolate, and what to look for? A good chocolate should contain at least 50% of cocoa solids and cocoa butter combined. That makes it a great chocolate. And can you taste the difference? You bet you can. Okay, cake has baked. It's cooled down on a wire rack, it's easy, okay, to get it to that stage.
He makes it look easy.
We're going to do a little thing here, and blood oranges,
Yum.
we're going to just candy those, okay? So what I mean by candy is just sugar them.
What are you cutting those with?
This is a gatto knife. I'm just about to... it's blooming long, isn't it?
I am.